In this next video, we're going to be talking about basic controls that you're going to use right from the beginning when you play Dota. So first, we're going to talk about the proper use of your mouse. Your mouse serves as the primary control for your hero, as well as any other units that are under your control. So the mouse can be used in order to move the camera. So first off, your camera that you see, the area of vision that you have, is only a selected portion of the map. If you look very closely, it's highlighted on the mini-map. So part of the use of the mouse is in order to move the center of your screen based on what you want to see in the game. You only see a portion of the map at a time. So to use the mouse, I can either left click the mini-map in order to move it, as you see the windows moving, or I can drag my mouse, which is called edge panning, to the edge of the screen, which will move the screen based on which direction I am moving it. So the last way that you can move your mouse is called camera grip, which is bound to the scroll wheel on your mouse by default and can also be changed in the hotkey section. And this is done by clicking the center mouse button and moving your mouse on the mouse pad, and it will move according to where you move it, and the camera will lock and the mouse will stay on the same part of the map. Notice how it hasn't left that same spot in the river as I want to move my camera. So it's up to you on which way you want to move your camera. All are equally effective, and it all comes down to personal preference. So the next purpose of your mouse is to determine the left click and right click functions that you can utilize it for. I prefer to think of right clicking as moving and picking up items on the map. So first off, if you want to move, all you have to do is right click somewhere on the map. Your hero will go to that location. If I right click somewhere on the mini-map, my hero will run all the way there. Also, if there's a rune on the ground that you see here, you can also click that with right clicking and you will pick it up as you see here. So what you can also do is use right clicking in order to issue attacks, where if I right click an enemy unit, I will go and attack it with my hero. I prefer to not do this because if I use right clicking for movement as well as attacking, then my hero, if I proceed to misclick this unit, like I wanted to attack this unit and I right click here, my hero will run to a position that I do not want them to go. So I prefer to use my left click in order to attack units, which is done by using the A hotkey, which is by default, but you can also reset it in your hotkey options. And when I click A plus left click, I will attack the unit that I A clicked. And that's what I like to divvy up between the right click and the left click so that you do not confuse the movements between the two. You can also use left clicking for interacting with your UI. In the bottom screen we see your skills. This plus sign means that I have the ability to level up my skills. Since I am level 4, I have 4 skill points that I can invest into my skills, and each ability has 4 points. So I can go upgrade, 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 upgrade with my left click. I can also move items from one slot to the other. Or I can select the shop with left click and choose which item I would like to purchase. You also have your glyph of fortification, which makes it so your buildings cannot take damage for the next 5 seconds, as you see by this nice illumination around your buildings. And you can also activate scan, which we'll talk about later on in this course. Last basic command that we'd like to talk about is utilizing the stop command. So what the stop command is bound by default, it is to S. So if I want my hero to run here and I change my mind and I click S, my hero will simply stop moving. That goes to the same thing as attacking a unit. So if I want to attack but I decide not to, I can stop. Notice how my hero stops in mid-animation of attacking. That's something you can use for attacking, for moving, or if you are channeling a spell or an item. So it takes 3 seconds in order to TP. So if I start TPing and then I click S, I will stop the TP before it is done. So that is a very crucial command that you'll have to get used to, because there's often times where you want to make a decision and then your mind changes and you will need to utilize stop in order to do so properly. So that wraps up our control video, and the next video will be giving you the opportunity to move through this demo just like I did on your own.